You are no longer going through ascension symptoms but an ascension journey. This message was one of several given during our Prepare for Change Flagstaff, Arizona Advance Retreat on May 2, 2015. Greetings everyone. Wow. Words cannot describe adequately the weekend advance we just completed. We had everything from unending love and camaraderie to great discussions to wonderful guided meditations and experiential activities to amazing channeled messages. All of this culminated in each of us receiving our light mental bodies and being told to expect a commotion at the end of the weekend. Well, sure enough, late Sunday night we all went outside and with our cameras recorded amazing pictures and videos of ships and orbs and even fleets of ships all around the moon. This show, which appeared to be exclusively for us, generated much excitement and commotion, which Asherah and one who serves had said to expect, and which lasted about 20 minutes and then was over. What a spectacular finale to an incredible weekend. Many more details will be forthcoming, as well as all the transcribed channeled messages from Sananda, Lady Nada, Archangel Michael, Lord Buddha, Saint Germain, etc. We are truly nearing the finish line. Here is the first of the transcribed messages, this one from Saint Germain. We had some trouble with the recorder, but hopefully that has been rectified and the messages were recorded and will be transcribed and sent out as quickly as possible. Unfortunately, the messages from today, Mother's Day, were not recorded as we all forgot to turn on the recorder. Oh well. There is a lot still to come. If you are planning to attend our next group on Sunday, May 17th, please use this as your reminder to RSVP as quickly as possible, as I see all of our regulars returning, which will quickly fill the room. So get in now to save your seat. Everything is heating up both internally and externally, and it appears more and more that the changes we have all been preparing for are very near. Keep the faith and continue to believe, and you will see, and be in the present moment, as the next moment will change. Love and light. James. Website: www.meetup.com/ancientawakenings. You are no longer going through ascension symptoms but an ascension journey by Saint Germain. Saint Germain channeled by Dr. Sue Sammarco. I am Saint Germain. Greetings, brothers and sisters. It is such joy to have you here with me. And yes, I wanted to play a little bit and to share with you. I will be here through the weekend at different times and will even visit with each of you individually. As you move through the processes this weekend, I am one of those who is going to be with you, as well as Sananda, Lady Nada, and others, to help you on this journey and to give you the tools that you need to be ready in these now times, and to know deeply that it is the right time, the time for things to move forward. Each of you is sitting in the circle now, enjoying the sights and the sounds and scenery of this beautiful, beautiful world. The visualization meditation took all to hollow earth. And what we are going to do today is, as you are sitting in your light bodies, take a moment now to feel how you feel in this representation that is truly you. It is the culmination of all of those experiences up to this moment, all of those experiences you are living, all the memories you have had, everyone you have loved. Everything is right here in this moment. This particular Merkaba that you have used to bring yourself to this place to experience this, or for those who did not get into the Merkaba experience and are here simply with your light body, and that is welcome too. There is no right and there is no wrong, it just is. So, as you are sitting in this space, we are going to pull a little quickie on you. We are going to ask you to do something you do not normally do in these experiences, but you are ready. See yourself in this moment sitting on the ground, and then, see your bodies still seated on the chairs in the room, in the home, in Flagstaff. See your body and notice that there is a perfect cord that is connecting you together. It will be up to you how you envision this. Some people see this as a golden cord. Some people see it as a silver cord. You may not see any color at all. What we are asking you today is that you take a few moments to take this cord into your hands and examine it, knowing that it is connected to your body. Remember the tube of golden white light in the room where you are meditating. Pull your body down, down, down through the tube, that it might join you in this room and this place, might join you in the field, might join in laughter with us. And when you have your body before you on the ground upon which you sit, place that sitting, resting body in front of you. The visualization that we invite you to take as real right now is that you are in hollow earth and you are in the midst of your ascension. Mother Gaia is here to support us because she has already gone through the ascension to the fifth dimension. And we are bringing you along as well. You may hear me speak of the fifth where earlier you heard another one talk about the fourth. You have already arrived upon the fourth, my friends. You are operating from the fourth dimension, and everything you take your scrutiny and jurisdiction is from the fourth dimension. You still have footholds in the third because that is where the process is for the planet. Some of you have already ascended to the fifth. We are not going to tell you who, but some of you have already done that work, and that is where you reside. But the work that is done today is the blending of that higher self, that soul self, the Merkaba body, more thoroughly with the one that is in your physical body at this time. So we would ask you to turn around now and sit in, slide yourselves into that physical body. Keep your eyes closed for the moment, for we do not want you to ruin the experience. So, keep your eyes closed and move into the physical body. This physical body has been going through changes. If you were aware of them, you have noticed that these changes started in your childhood. You may not have been aware until 5, 3, 2, maybe 1 year ago. Maybe you did not really realize that something was going on until this moment in time. But your physical body has been going through changes. And yes, changes will continue even after the move into the next dimension starts to occur. And those who are your mentors from Hollow Earth or mentors from other planets, they will indeed take you and put your physical body through that last process. We are going to give this process a new name. No longer will we call this Ascension Symptoms. You are fully in the middle of the ascension process. The second part will speed up much more quickly. This is your ascension journey. Your ascension journey is going to have some bumps, and lumps and grinds along the way. Sometimes, those who expect to have a lot of memories to come for healing, may not. Others who believe they will have an easy time of it because they have been busy evaluating themselves, may not. This is a change in body structure, the physical structure that never has occurred before on this planet. And yes, as people die, as I have over several lifetimes on this planet, there is a process that takes place. The ending, whether or not you are aware of it, always contains some fear, always contains some hesitation. Part of that is just the human experience. But when you move into the next dimension, or you move onto the grounds of heaven, which is simply another place for people going through that process of death and awakening, healing and possible rebirth, do that. In the article that Susan shared, she talked about little deaths, and these are ways to experience this ascension journey more easily. For as something occurs in the body, you bless it. If there are memories or feelings for anything that occurs in the physical body, take the time to notice them, heal them, and let go. Or analyze them in such a way to assist you in letting them go. This is no longer the time to keep guilt or have guilty feelings deep inside. It is no longer time to have feelings that are holding you back in one area of your life or another. Perhaps you thought a long-lost love was gone, and yet, your heart kicks that memory up again. It is time to love, bless, and release. These times are great changes to the bodies. There have been so many around, watching, because none of us totally knew how you were going to take this experience and this experiment. This is also why we are paying such close attention to you at night and through all your multidimensional lives, because there are energies that pop up from area to another that take you back. It may take you back to another lifetime where you have the opportunity to release things from previous lives. We know that this has been asking a lot, but this is a group that can experience this and help in the great experiment in figuring out what exactly needs to be done to support the physical body as these changes are occurring. How can we assist you with advice as to food, drinks, or medications? How can we assist you with advice about relationships, present or past? How can we serve you who are at the front end of these things? For you will be the ones who are available and will be available to help others as this process moves more quickly forward. There are others in the 3D world who have no knowledge of any of this. Those in the 3D world will need to have their bodies come up to being in the position to anchor their light bodies in a very short period of time. You have the ability to anchor your light bodies in right here and right now. And you know that it is happening for you. And as this is happening in the fifth dimensional world, as it is happening with all of your friends around you, you will get to a place in the next few days where you will see that many of those aches and pains that may be bothering any in this room, we will tell you that they will be vanished. Brother, my good friend, how are you this evening?
Peace and blessings, I am delighted.
So, I will share with you. I giggled a little last night with others who were at the table in the rooms with all of you this weekend. May I share information about your lungs, about this which seems to be afflicting you?
Yes, please.
Okay. We do not want to give advice unless it is requested. We will tell you that in 3 days' time you will see a great relief in your breathing challenges. In part this was healed as of last night when the revelations were shared with you and the work the group did with you. This has been suffocating you. Even if you have not yet accepted the information on a mental level, your time is shifting. As you are moving toward the new you, and your new experiences and your new service, your other parts are holding back and saying, "Oh, no, what is this I have been holding on to?" This is your fear, brother. This is your fear. As these times have been coming faster and faster and faster, know that these lungs are clearing right now. Your light body brings in full health, full capacity, full energy, and full strength. As your eyes clear and you see your path, with each revelation you will notice that there is less and less in your lungs that is holding you back. Holding you back from your race, my friend.
I am grateful.
We are glad to be of assistance. Call upon us, we will be back this weekend if the need is expressed. If any of you wish to ask questions before I complete this process, please do. Let us use this time wisely, for the energies continue to be high.
I have a question. May I ask about my health?
What would you like to know? Be more specific.
I have a growth I discovered on my upper abdominal area, but they didn't see it on the scan I had. Is there anything to worry about?
How do you feel about this situation?
I don't think it is anything.
Good answer, friend, good answer. You have been experiencing a lot of worry and fear about your health for a while, have you not?
Yes.
And have you not been seeing releases coming, and changes in your physical body over the past numbers of weeks even?
Absolutely.
So would you accept from me that this is a manifestation that actually has no reality in this body, in this fourth-dimensional body? This is a time about releasing and letting go. So what is the message of this? What is the message of the place of this? What is the message of the feel of this? We would share that the message is that this is part of that which you let eat you away a little bit. Your stomach was upset by a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Your energy got poured into this area of your abdomen. We would say that there is nothing to worry about. Also, with the affirmations that you have been doing, add something to include. I am full of health. I am full of vibration and vitality. And all of my body, organs, and systems are working perfectly. Can you do that for us? Bless you.
I feel that I am ready to drop all of my medications. What would you say?
Well, we would say that is a personal opportunity. We would suggest that you take this, one at a time. Find the one that feels most correct not to take. We would also suggest that you take a look inside your health stores, your vitamin stores, your produce stores. Find substances that are herbal in nature, that are vegetarian. Look for those products that have similar qualities to the medications you are taking. Talk to the people who are the advisors there. In this way you can continue to support your body. Move slowly because this is a new feeling for you and we would not want you to drop everything immediately, but wean yourself off. Does that make sense? Bless you. Anybody have questions about their health, their bodies, or any of the information about the necessity of going through the transformation at least in part before these events start to occur?
I would like to know if my joint pain has anything to do with my eating habits. Am I getting enough of the proper nutrition? Is this part of the crystalline body rearrangement and DNA?
Well, we know that you are part of this group that has become aware of the coconut oil being given to this one's, Susan's, body. Have you tried that product?
Ran out for a couple of weeks.
This particular product for joint pains. Now the joint pains you are having is part of the change, part of the transcendence you are going through at this time. As far as we can see in your body, we do not see any particular challenges with your body. You are taking care of it very well. You are giving it a nice balance of exercise and rest. We watched you as you moved around the room, around the tables and chairs when everyone else is sitting, you move your body. That is important to continue to do. Dancing, walking. You do not have to kill yourself but do things that are pleasurable to you. We see in the body that you may make more use of more dark greens. You do take these into your body at this time, however, you could increase those a little bit more at this moment. Also, we know that Susan is taking 3 tablespoons of the coconut oil a day, but she is filled with years and years of toxins and such, which is the reason we encouraged her to follow this regimen. We leave this up to you, but even 1 tablespoon of coconut oil a day would be good for you.
Should I do the coconut oil where you put a spoon in your mouth and swish it for 15 minutes?
That is a different process that is actually pulling toxins from your body. If you take the coconut oil orally, you will have the proper types of fats and balance of fats to move into your system easily, to support your bones and your joints in their healing process at this time.
Also, does it heal the cavities in the mouth?
If you have cavities in your mouth that are very deep and you need care for those, take care of them. The coconut oil pulling will help to clean the mouth to prevent additional cavities if used regularly. If you already have conditions in your teeth that are causing you pain or discomfort, it is good to get these taken care of. It is part of the ascension journey. Many people are having teeth pain and teeth problems where they have never had issues in this part of the body before. This is releasing of old beliefs, old pains, and old sorrows that are entrenched in the roots of your mouth. Blessings to you. You are a good one. You are coming up quickly. You will see that things are changing for you very quickly. You will have an experience coming up this week when the moon will be speaking to you in her very own way. And you will need to pay attention to her message. Thank you very much. Blessings to you. I know that I am not one known for being a prognosticator, thank James for the word. I am not known for being a prognosticator, but that is one of the reasons I really wanted to come forward today for those of us on other dimensions, to look for opportunities to grow and to stretch our experiences, our talents, and to be able to bring a solid message to you because we are so excited about seeing you, on our side of the veil. We are looking forward to seeing you for the parties that are planned everywhere. We look forward to seeing you down here in Hollow Earth. I thought this would be a good time to reach out and speak to you in individual ways and in ways that we have not done before. I don't think you would have found me in readings or chapters or anything else. But this is a special group and we love you. Who else would have a question for me?
I have a 7-month-old grandbaby that suffers a lot from allergies. Is there anything I can do to help relieve him?
Well, he is one of these new children. He is one of the new children who is coming to the planet at this time. There are lots of different souls that fall into that category of new children. But again, you are so close to your own ascension and these children are coming in to help with that. And the world is very scary and is a place that has very harsh vibrations, especially compared to that from which this one came forth. What we would suggest is to control the environment as much as possible in terms of softness of clothes upon his skin, softness of, and such.
I am sure that is what his mother is doing. This baby is having a lot of rashes on its belly and groin area, and buttocks.
Yes. Use cloth diapers without any type of detergents or perfumes in them. Keep him in as clean a situation as possible. See if the mother can find laundry detergent that is as pure as possible and does not have a lot of additives. You will probably be able to find these. Let's see, we traveled with Susan to a Sprouts the other day, so we know that we had a fun time looking through there and seeing the products. There are other stores we are sure too. You can see me juggling those boxes in the store, can you not? It was quite a fun time. These are things that will be helpful. Also, healing oils, not just the commercial products, may be used after the times like baby's bath time, with perhaps a calming almond oil on the areas that are irritated. She can use some of the other products during other times of the day. Do those sound like suggestions that can be helpful for your grandson and your daughter?
Can I ask a question for someone else who is not here?
Absolutely.
Our friend has a lot of physical issues going on and she keeps going to doctors and seems to be getting worse and worse. We have attempted to get her away from the medical model, but it is not happening. She is not buying into the concept that these could be ascension symptoms. Can you shed any different light on this situation with her?
Seeing that you have asked this for another and not used the name, I will address some of these. There are some things we can share in the midst of the group, and we will give Susan other things to share with you after. This one is going through a variety of situations. Some of these have been moved forward by the transformation of the ascension journey that she is on. She believes herself to be very highly spiritual, although a lot of this is being brought up from her past and from things she has experienced in her past for her to examine. And yet, when she does not take responsibility for these things, she is looking outside of herself to parties that are overwhelmed at this time in the medical profession with all of these people who have these very diverse symptoms. This change over to the crystalline body, with the changes in the DNA, these are causing other things in the body that you are going to see and that cannot be explained by the medical profession. When numbers are off in the blood work, the first thing, of course, is for the doctors to seek what is wrong with this person and the person to ask, what is wrong with me? The person thinks that they are paying attention to the numbers and their life and what is going wrong. She has had waves of things happen to her over the past few months that are tied to her ascension journey. This one has actually been in a quandary about whether or not she wants to stay. Whether or not she wants to complete this journey in this physical side, because she has allowed these things to overwhelm her in so many ways. And with this, it will be up to her to make the decision. She is a mother, she is a single mother, and that alone keeps her to this particular time and place. However, as her body continues to bring up these symptoms, or ascension symptoms as you have called them, the ascension journey as we have given you to take forward. She does not completely believe in this because she believes in the 3D world. She believes fully that the 3D effect is still in effect and guiding and moving people. We know that she is a beloved one. The greatest thing she could do is to come into her own being. To join with her light body too, in order to help the physical move through the changes as we are doing with you. We believe this is all we can share with you now. Again, we will give Susan things to share at a later time. Is that sufficient? Yes. Do you request information or have questions about your own experience? Speaking to James, who had asked the previous question. We are talking about the ascension journey here. That is the theme for the day, is it not? No, not really. We bless you, and we bless you for all the work you are doing. We have very good times with the group, one who serves, and I talk about you and Susan. We are looking forward to seeing the two of you come into the dance hall so that we can thank you and appreciate you for all the work you are doing to bring this information to this planet at this time. No, we thank you and we bless you, and we just wanted to have a little bit of a good time. Absolutely. So, does anyone else have a question about what they are going through or their family is going through at this time before we complete the ceremony?
How can I help the groups at the different agencies I work for?
You are a light. Do you know that? You are a light where you sit. You are a light in the places you serve people. The theme of the weekend is to be of service. To be present in the now. To help when a question is asked. To take the opportunity to speak truth and open the gates when it presents itself. That is your job at this time. You have your agencies. You have your work. You have your family. You have this and other groups you visit. All of these are just asking you to show up and be who you are. Be the blessing in their lives and in the structure of each of these organizations. There are so many changes coming soon that these will no longer be part of your concern. Then you can join them, not doing the things you are supposed to do but because now they are things you want to do. You will have a bigger understanding on how things should work and how it can work. As you reach out to those you have been in service to, they believe you. Does that make sense? Bless you.
I have a question about the ascension process. I have heard that we are to eat as clean as possible and have an internal cleansing, getting off pharmaceuticals or finding replacements. I was wondering if you subscribe to that idea. How important is that to the ascension process for all concerned?
We are so glad that you asked that question. Let us first say that while we would love to see everyone go into a vegetarian diet and not have any more wines, medications, or other acidities, it is not always a practical bit of advice to give to people. Each person has to come into this understanding themselves. We do not know if Susan shared this with you, but she was with friends 2 weeks ago and she decided to have a second margarita and her body told her no. All night long in a very unpleasant way. Even one margarita is touchy for her at this point in time and with the development she has done within her own body. Your body will tell you when foods or drinks should no longer be taken in as medications or as pleasures or as foods. People may find that they are no longer interested in perhaps beef or pork. Some people are being drawn to the produce sections or the organic sections of grocery stores. They are attracted to foods that are found more locally so that the nutrients are more available. Do we tell others what to do? Well, I, myself, have been known to be a little bit of a cavorting chap, let us say, and have enjoyed the food and beverages. You think of me as an ascended master, but I have enjoyed life on this planet. I have enjoyed food, wine, women, and all the wonderful things that are to be enjoyed. So, the ascension journey, as people walk upon it further and further, you will be internally led as to what is acceptable and what is not acceptable. It is great that those in this group can ask one who serves Ashura, or any of the ascended masters who serve about a particular stop you may have made in your process. You can ask when you experience this or experience that. Yes, as you move into the present moment you are in now, the fewer medications you have in your body, the fewer heavy foods that weigh you down will make this time easier. Clean inside. Adequate water. We have seen as much as a gallon a day of clean water. We have seen as little as 8 glasses of water. It is your decision. How comfortable are you? These changes are happening and they are happening more and more quickly to move you into the experience that you will be having over the next few months. Not only are you going to be weaning yourselves off of cash and monetary goods, with the changes that are taking place, you will also see yourself weaning yourself off foods. As the new technology comes in, the food that is made in the replicators that will taste amazingly wonderful, will have nothing of substance in them that will cause you harm or slow you down in any way for the ascension journey you are on. Does that make sense and answer your question?
When you were answering the question about the baby, I have been reading about formulas, that they are almost poison to them. I have read that the skin is breaking out, it is expressing toxins.
We do not believe that this is the situation with the baby we spoke about earlier. However, we would verify, indeed, that the products that come from the commercial outlets for baby milk are not for the best health of the baby. Many babies come into the 3-year-old mark being obese already, having been fed formulas and baby foods. Mother's milk, if possible, is always the best. And these babies are now coming to aware parents who are seeking understanding as well. The fact that the grandmother here asked the question is a wonderful opportunity for us to talk about that. We agree that mother's milk is always the first best choice. And if the mother cannot nurse or has made other decisions, there are old-fashioned baby formula recipes. Those recipes go back to the early 1900s to the 1930s when formulas came in more and more. Those products and mixtures can work in lieu of mama's milk. You would probably have to go back to find the information, but one would look for homemade baby formulas to find opportunities out there. There are also some baby formulas out there through those alternative markets that are produced by companies that have more of an understanding of what needs to be in a formula and keep those products out that need to be out of baby formulas. Look for a product that is as pure as possible. This is another opportunity to search out. Is that satisfactory? You are a feisty one, we like you. You always present questions that are grand and pertinent not only to you but generally to the whole group. We thank you for this night and look forward to more opportunities in the future.
I would like to know how to deal with a dear friend who has been on meds his whole life.
We will share, although we know this is a difficult answer to give because friends, lovers, husbands, wives, mothers, fathers, all who are in the role of loving someone who is not able to help themselves or cannot help themselves or choose not to help themselves, we know this is a message for others in this room as well. You can do what you can do by loving the person. Whatever that person is or has done, it is not something you have a responsibility for. This is someone, again, who has come into a world that is much, much rougher than he ever expected. His early training as a young child put him into a role with things he was not ready to experience as a young child. He was not given the time he needed to give him the support while he was growing. He was not allowed to be a child. He was expected to be something more adult. Something more in line with what he was expected to be. Something more. That has been very difficult. In response to this, it is indeed a shortage we see in the brain of some of these types of hormones that are in a physical body on this planet. However, we can see that in this physical body he has had challenges that have tried to bring his physical body into a congruent state that could be managed. He needs to see more opportunities that he can have happy times. Those need to be filling his cellular memories. So where he is with his stages of depression, we see that there is sadness. He has the expression from that which he has been unable to manage what he expected to be able to manage in his life, what he expected to do in this life, and now with the depression, he does not rule his body. He would benefit from exercise and long walks. Sharing with someone who can understand and still maintain a distance. Those of you who have family members, children, and others who are not walking the paths they have been shown, think of the birds. Some fly out of the nests that their children might follow them. Some of those fall to the ground, do they not? Some find their way to fly back up. Many mothers and fathers fly off, for their job is done. So we say, love him but do not become his codependent caretaker. Point him in the direction, nudge him. Do not walk with his hand to take him there. Does that make sense to you?
It was perfect. Yes.
Not perfect but good. Bless you. We came into here with the presence of levity, for we did not want to make the topic of ascension journey so heavy. We know that Susan has had a hard week, and we did not want to bring this information with that same level of challenge that she has experienced. We wanted to have some fun. We want to give you the information you need to move forward. We want to help you heal your hearts. Heal your minds. We know that as you go through the healing of your body too, we are all going to experience this glorious existence. We are thrilled to be a part of these times. To be a part of the first swell of those coming into this dimension, and to help others throughout the worlds, to help all into this new reality. Does anyone else have a question for me, Saint Germain, today?
Saint Germain, I just wanted to tell you that I have had such great affection for you, and I am so thankful to be a part of this group and your energy today.
Bless you. You have been a faithful warrior upon the path. We appreciate your energy. We appreciate your love, and we know it will only get better for you. We are so excited. You and I will hug one another and talk about those things that are special to our hearts. Bless you. One last question.
Is there a chance I can get a third eye from an extra part store?
I love the levity. Thank you for asking this in a way that can be fun. I don't think you have lost your third eye, my friend. I don't see any lying around. They are usually part of a whole being. You are a very logical, rational being. That is the reason you have been drawn to religions in this life, because they are very formal and rational. Is that not so? If you can read it, you can stand by it, you can look it up, you would pray by it, and you would know that was what you were doing. But you got to this group and it shook your world. It has blown your socks off, hasn't it, young man? What we would share is, as your dreams have continued to grow and give you insight, and you have come across these people who talk about the new world and new energy, are leading to you to letting go of your own personal veil from that third eye area. This has been hard for many people. Especially those such as you who are very, very strong mentally. Very strong with logic. And none of this makes sense. This is all a silly experiment on this planet. Your third eye being blocked off until this time has suited you well. You have joined this particular group for many, many months now, and you do not think of these people as crazy people, do you? And you have grown closer to your family because of this, have you not? What you are creating is coming through your third eye and the pineal gland area. These are things you have called forth through your imagination. As you have changed, the world has changed with you. And as you continue to change with the process that started last night, you will continue to see your world grow and expand, and see and talk to the masters, yourself, because that is who you are. As each and every person in this room is. This is who you are. You are creator beings. You are being prepared to create in an instant. So take the time to congratulate yourself on your wins. Every night write down on your pad of paper or in your electrical instruments, sir, write down something great that happened that day that you called forth. And as you see this increase more and more and more, you will no longer have to ask about your third eye. It will be wide open and you will know it. Does that make sense?
This memory loss that I am experiencing, is it part of the ascension journey?
Yes. Each person will experience bouts of memory loss. Can't find those keys? Can't figure out what you want for dinner? These may pass you entirely. You may think you are too busy or too tired. But yes, this is part of the process. Don't look for reasons to run to doctors. Share that with friends. Don't find reasons to run to medical doctors because they are well rooted in wanting to help, but they are operating from the 3D. This is part of the process and you will see it pass. If you see that you have not had adequate rest, take a nap. It will help fire up the synapses in your brain. Susan has shared this before. You are straddling at least 2 worlds, 2 dimensions, and that is a lot of work in itself. I know how I can explain this. When families are divorced and part of the time the children are with one parent and the other part of the week they are with the other parent. There are times when the homework is left at one house and forgotten to take to school. Maybe it is important books or the perfect outfit. That is kind of what you have now. Part of you is moving and traveling through dimensions and there are times you lose. I heard someone earlier say, you lose your marbles. You are staying in one dimension or another and sleeping is one of those bridges. You need the connective neurons to shoot and call you back. You can talk to your brain and say, thank you for the message. I appreciate you. I need to know where my keys are. So, let us come back to our bodies in this beautiful, beautiful field or meadow. See the wide open area, trees, flowers, and blue sky. Each of you is in your body here in hollow earth. Your light body, your Merkaba body has joined with you perfectly. Everything is exactly where it is supposed to be. See me in the middle of your circle. See my light that comes as golden white with purple, lavender, violet, however you see it, this violet light with gold streams flowing to each of you from the center of the circle. As you perceive me with this light, see as I send it to you and you feel it move over you, around you, and through you. It moves back to me and up again. Breathe in deeply of this light and fill all corners of your being with it. Bring my light of transmutation into your bodies. As you exhale, see the light leave through your feet and back to me again. Do this again. Breathe in deeply. Feel my light of transmutation fill you and see it as it moves up and over you, around you, through you, and back to me again. Feel as this transmuting light moves and harmonizes your physical body and your light body into one harmonious body. Your light body is in perfection and now as it rests in your physical body, you feel that both fit together easily and effortlessly. Any parts of the ascension journey will be easier from here on in, because you have come to me in faith and allowed the transmutation to take place. It is so. So, feel this in all the parts of all of your bodies. As you go forth this day, you will feel more aligned, more in tune, more aware. When you believe, you will see it. Part of the conversation today was for you to know me, believe me, hear me, see it. We are going to take our leave now. Mother Gaia joins us as she has been here to assist as well. Know in reality that your bodies have been adjusted, you have received downloads, you have received more information and we have created more space to come into your bodies. This will allow you to move forward in the days ahead without the same types of pains, thoughts, or concerns, anything that might hold you back and not be fully present when the time is come. We ask you to stand up and embrace yourself and thank yourself for this opportunity for healing, for balancing, and for preparation for this new day and this new world.
Channeled by James McConnell and Dr. Susan Sammarco. www.meetup.com/ancientawakenings